7:12 a.m. Donetsk. A Russian military truck is moving toward the front line. Above, Azov's FPV UAV has locked onto its target. Just a second before the Russian convoy realizes what's happening, the attack begins. From a bunker near the front line, Ukraine's Leleka 100 reconnaissance UAV is launched into the sky, scanning the area with its thermal camera. Within minutes, it detects a Russian mobile formation preparing to attack. Troop transport trucks, 4x4s moving in a column, three-wheeled motorcycles carrying ammunition, and a tank providing rear support. The movement of the 4x4 vehicles indicated that Russia was not defending, but preparing for a high-speed raid. The trucks began to accelerate, and the formation shifted to an attack stance. If this group reached the front line, Ukraine would immediately come under intense pressure. (7:16 a.m.) The FPV team in the bunker immediately deployed an attack drone with an FBD configuration, accelerating abruptly and breaking out of its low flight path to launch the attack. From the pilot's first-person view, the large military truck gradually grew larger, quickly filling the frame. The drone's vision shakes slightly as it flies over a small clump of trees, but the pilot adjusts immediately. He aims straight for the truck's engine compartment, where the wiring and fuel are concentrated, its fatal weak point. The speed now exceeds 100 kilometers per hour, turning the drone into a guided missile. There was no chance of escape. The Russian driver only had time to turn his head, horrified to see a black object hurtling towards him before an explosion ripped through the truck's engine compartment. Instantly, the image on the FPV pilot's control screen turned to static and then went blank.
The sacrifice of this suicide drone yielded immediate results. The truck was engulfed in smoke, blocking the road and creating an insurmountable obstacle. The enemy's high-speed assault plan had completely collapsed. Russia responded by deploying a squad of soldiers equipped with Verba to the edge of the forest to drive Ukrainian UAVs out of the area. On the thermal camera, hotspots appeared simultaneously, signaling that the shoulder-fired launchers were ready to fire. Two low-altitude anti-aircraft missiles were launched, but the UAVs managed to lower their altitude and hide in the gaps under the trees, causing both shots to miss their targets. The continuous firing revealed the position of the Verba team on the thermal map. (7:21 a.m.) With the truck out of the formation, Ukraine shifted its focus to the next two mobile links, the four-wheel drive vehicle and the three-wheeled ammunition motorcycle, vehicles responsible for maintaining speed and supplying the entire Russian attack force. From the west, the second FPV lowered its altitude and closed in on the moving group of off-road vehicles. The drone's sudden appearance forced the entire convoy to constantly change direction to avoid being locked on. Amid the chaos, the Leleka 100 reconnaissance UAV noted that the vehicles had broken away from the main formation, no longer providing mutual cover. Seizing the opportunity, Ukraine launched a third FPV, approaching from the flank. The technical maneuver caused the lead four-wheeled vehicle to lose balance and come to a halt, forcing the second vehicle to brake sharply and become immobilized.
At the same time, the three-wheeled motorcycle carrying ammunition, the most important supply vehicle, attempted to turn into a forest road to avoid the drone. A medium-range UAV immediately pursued, activating its electromagnetic interference mode upon closing in. The motorcycle's ignition system was disrupted, causing the engine to shut down completely and the vehicle to come to a halt. In less than 2 minutes, Russia's off-road convoy and ammunition supply vehicle were both neutralized, causing the entire attack force to lose speed, lose supplies, and lose the ability to reorganize. At 7:26 a.m. Without ground reconnaissance and mobility, Russia was forced to deploy rear tanks to fire long-range artillery at the suspected Ukrainian UAV location. However, this artillery fire immediately revealed its position via the Leleka 100's thermal camera. Ukraine did not use counter-battery artillery. Instead, Azov FPVs were dispatched to handle the situation. One FPV flew low along the terrain, approaching the artillery position from a blind spot. The second FPV remained at a high altitude to lock onto the target and monitor the movement of the artillery crew. The two-tiered UAV coordination rendered the Russian artillery inoperable, forcing them to abandon their position and completely end any support plans. In just a few minutes, the last threat to Ukraine's UAV superiority vanished. At 7:38 a.m., a group of Russian soldiers attempted to run through a gap to escape the UAV blockade. Azov FPVs lowered their altitude, circling overhead, creating immense pressure that caused them to panic, constantly changing direction to avoid the drones. In desperation, a few fired their rifles into the air to scare off the FPV, but the drone maintained a safe altitude and was unaffected. The FPV continued to pursue, not letting them escape the area until Ukrainian infantry closed in. Realizing all escape routes were locked down by UAVs, with no vehicles or firepower left, the Russian soldiers were forced to lay down their weapons and raise their hands in surrender. The battle concluded with Ukraine's absolute dominance, a near-total victory achieved almost entirely by UAVs, with Azov FPV playing a decisive role from start to finish. When the battle ended, all of Russia's mobile forces in the area had been neutralized. The troop transport truck, 2 four-wheel drive vehicles, the 3-wheeled motorcycle carrying ammunition, and even the supporting tank were either rendered combat ineffective or forced to retreat, causing the Russian attack to collapse on the spot. An estimated 13 Russian soldiers were taken out of action, and more than 40 others surrendered after being cut off and losing their vehicles, while Ukrainian UAVs completely controlled the skies. This victory not only confirmed Ukraine's superiority in high-tech warfare, but also demonstrated the mettle of the units fighting every day to defend their country. With seamless coordination between reconnaissance UAVs, attack drones, and ground forces, a larger, better-equipped formation was defeated in a methodical, swift, and strategic manner. This is clear proof that the spirit and intelligence of Ukrainian soldiers can completely compensate for and even overcome traditional equipment disparities. According to the latest information, Ukraine has opened a new chapter by signing an agreement with the UK Ministry of Defence to mass-produce Octopus interceptor drones, a line of UAVs specifically designed to counter Shahed-Giran. Preparing to receive thousands of Octopus drones each month not only improves air defense, but also demonstrates Kyiv's long-term strategic vision to build an airspace where Ukraine is always in control. In this context, the victory in Donetsk is not simply a successful battle. It is a symbol of the will, adaptability, and technological ingenuity that Ukraine is increasingly perfecting. From homemade FPV drones and shelters to modern interceptor drones produced with international partners, Ukraine is proving that it is not only fighting to survive, but fighting to win. And every battle like this, big or small, adds another brick to the solid wall of Ukraine's desire for freedom and sovereignty, something that no invading army can extinguish.